Alright kids, welcome to another episode of Ask Yuri. Today is episode number 13, lucky number 13. We're talking about gaining muscle. We're talking about putting on some muscle. You know, as you can tell, I'm a very muscular guy. I'm huge, right? I'm like a bodybuilder. Check out these pipes. This I can relate to as well. So here's the question. I have a high metabolism, so I can't gain as much weight as I want to. How can I go around that and gain weight? I hate being skinny. I've done tons of weightlifting, but now I am muscular and skinny. Okay. So this is obviously, I'm going to just assume this is someone who is more of an ectomorph, right? So someone like myself, skinny, yet, you know, got some guns, got some muscle. But his goal is obviously to put on weight and, you know, build up some size. This is really, honestly, as much as I know about this area, this is not one of my areas that I've spent a lot of time in, just because I don't have a passion for it as much. But I would recommend a good buddy of mine, Vince Del Monte. If you have not checked out his stuff, vincedelmontefitness.com. Vinny Diaz, we call him. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's just around the corner from me as well, and you know, the outskirts of Toronto. But he has some awesome programs, and what he's all about is showing the skinny guy how to, you know, bulk up a bit, get ripped, get great muscle, and showing people how to overcome their genetic limitations to gain mass no matter what. He actually started out as a runner in high school and university, was about this skinny. They called him Skinny Vinny, and then he just set a goal for himself to really, you know, put on some mass, and he put on about 40 pounds in 6 months. Pretty amazing stuff. I just actually had an interview with him the other week. Great guy. So he's really, from my perspective, when you're talking about putting on muscle, he's the guy you want to check out. VinceDelMonteFitness.com. Great stuff. He's been helping thousands and thousands of people exactly doing this. So that's really my best recommendation. Other than that, really what it comes down to is you need to be doing weightlifting programs that are very volume based. So lots of volume, right? You want to be doing big movements, right? For instance, like chest press, back rows, military press, pull-ups. You want to be choosing weights that are going to work in the 10 to 15 repetition range, 4 to 5 sets. Not too much rest, but you want to leave the gym or leave wherever you're working out feeling like your muscles are absolutely taxed, like it's tough to lift another weight. You want to break them down, deplete them of glycogen, and then build them back up with recovery and lots of good nutrition, right? You're going to need a lot of calories if you want to put on the weights, and that's going to be a very, very important thing. Is it becomes a bit of a full-time job. You got to pack in a lot of calories to put on weight. Remember, 1 pound is 3,500 calories. So right now, if you're eating, let's say 3,000 calories and you're burning roughly about the same, you're gonna have to almost double that depending on where you're at. So really, it's about training properly. You know, you're gonna really want to limit the cardio. Really, just focusing on high volume, big moving type training, and lots of calories in. That's pretty much what you need to do to gain muscle, especially if you're an ectomorph. It takes a bit of work. But once again, check out VinceDelMonteFitness.com. He's a great guy. This is not my affiliate link. I have no affiliation with what he's selling in terms of my financial benefit. But I just think he's a great guy, and I think what he's doing is awesome. So if you're the skinny guy who wants to put on some muscle, check him out. And yeah, so that's pretty much in a nutshell the answer to gaining muscle is lots of calories, lots of good calories, and high volume training. And check out Vince Del Monte. And that's pretty much it for this episode of Ask Yuri. And in the next episode, we are going to be talking about protein in relation to raw foods. So be sure to check out episode number 14 coming up next.